I've been at this for 30 years now, and I'm still learning stuff every single day.
Sometimes you start your day with a plan and you feel like you're really organized, and everything can change in a second.
There is no such thing as a typical day in this department. You never know what it's going to look like. It changes moment by moment.
One of the beautiful things about the emergency department is there's going to be at least one patient or one problem that you've never seen before in your life. And so it really forces you to have to learn around what's going on to make some critical decisions.
Some days I'm meeting, an infant that's under 24 hours old and is here with their new parents. And then later in the day, I'm talking to a 16-year-old here in the mental wellness area. So I guess what is typical for me is not typical.
I can help make your very worst day in your life, bringing your child to the emergency department, a little bit better, or at least help to make you feel just a little bit more comfortable in a really scary situation.
We only have a short period of time in the emergency department to create those relationships, but what I remember, and from my previous experience of being a sick kid, you never forget those relationships.
We have 4 children. Colton is our oldest. At the time when he had asthma, a bad cold would cause a lot of coughing.
But we were told that when it comes to asthma and breathing difficulties, don't take a chance.
Yeah.
Bring him to emergency. And then when we got here, he basically collapsed once we got to the counter, went into cardiac arrest. There was a fellow there that he talked me through the whole process, everything that was going on. The whole time he was very calm, and he helped calm me down. If it wasn't for that, I don't know how I would have made it through everything.
The nurses that were working there, they were our best friends. They were our support. They were everything to us. Colton, even though he was sick, he always enjoyed coming here because he was always treated so well, and for him it was always a positive experience.
Everybody here is very nice and supportive and caring. This place means a lot to me.
I always say that in peds we have 2 patients, the family and then the actual pediatric patient. So I think we have such a great impact on both of those parties by watching them go from their sickest day to being able to be better and going home again.
I can't imagine better support. When I first got hired at BC Children's Emergency, they offered me a 6-month preceptorship. So that's 6 months where I'm partnered with a more experienced nurse.
Whether you start as an experienced nurse or a new grad nurse that has had some exposure to emergency, we would put you into a pathway where you have a intensive orientation period.
And so it's that development of independence over about 6 months that I felt was the most helpful to my work now.
There's opportunities to learn how to do triage. We have a trauma and code blue team here, and you get experience being on those teams, and you can take on the charge role, which is being in charge of the department for either a portion of the shift or the whole shift.
There's many different roles that nurses can take, and we have many different educational opportunities for staff that we support.
Children's Emergency Department has offered to help provide me with some more coursework and some more certifications so that I can continue in the emergency department.
It's not just a job to them, it's a passion. They really care deeply about the patients, and to see them progress and get healthy, and it puts a smile on their face.
It would be impossible to do my job without the nurses there. Really, they are the primary caregivers for the patients when they're in the emergency department.
The team environment is fantastic. The people you work with are upbeat and happy to be at work.
If you want to work somewhere where you feel supported and you feel like you're part of the team, then it's a great place to be.
Come into it with an open mind and be ready to learn, because those around you will teach you and guide you and help you know what you need to know.
I would absolutely recommend working at Children's Emerge.
If you want to make a difference, especially in a children's life, this would be the perfect career.
So I think that if it's something you really are considering, just go for it.